Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday. How are you today, my friends? I hope you had a fabulous weekend. I am so excited to be here with you guys today because, as you probably know, it's the last Monday of the month, and that means that it is also time for the Stamper Showcase Blog Hop. Yay! This month's blog hop theme is all about Christmas time, holidays, and winter. So fun. And there are a lot of absolutely fabulous projects in the Stamper Showcase blog hop this time. I'm so excited to share them with you. So let me just see, make sure that I'm in the right space and that I'm live. I think I am, and I see some folks coming in, so let me just see if I can. Very good, there we go. Okay, I believe that I am live and in the right spot, so yay! All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Miss Linda, how are ya? All right, folks, I would love for you guys to share this video, give it a thumbs up if you'd like, help get some interaction going in the video so that Facebook will share it with other people and other folks can see all of the fun things we've got going on over here on the Stampin' Chicks Facebook page. All right, guys, today's project is all about the beautiful Bright Baubles Stampin' Die Bundle. Now, this stamp set is so beautiful. It has a lot of sentiment options for you to kind of build your own. And it has these beautiful stamps as well. Now, if you have the bundle on top of the stamps, you have a lot of options as far as the dies are concerned too. So we have Merry and Bright, which is what I've used on the card today. We have Joy, which is super cute also. It's got a lot of really nice little sprig details to it there. And then we've got a Christmas tree and a snowflake, and they are just absolutely adorable. So you've got background for each of the two design of ornaments, and then you have 4 different options for foregrounds. So it's super versatile. There's a lot to choose from. And then you've got the little string and bow. You can stamp the bow, and then there's this cute little snowflake background as well. So it's a lot of fun. Now, if you're looking at this and you say, what the heck are those? Well, these are for the 2 background pieces so that you can cut a hanger or an opening, whatever you want to call it, for each of those ornaments. So that's pretty neat that Stampin' Up! Puts that in there for us. All right, guys, what I'm going to be using today is, first of all, the ink, Evening Evergreen, and Real Red. These are some really pretty colors, and I think a good representation of a classic Christmas color. So we've got this really nice bright red and a very true classic green. Okay, so these are the ones I'm going to use. For your card materials, you're going to need a piece of Evening Evergreen cardstock. Let me just set that out of the way here. Evening Evergreen cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4.25 inches. Of course, I'm taking my bone folder and giving that a nice burnish so that we have a good crease. And then we have a piece that measures 5 by 5.25 by 4, and this piece is soft succulent cardstock, and I've already embossed it with the Evergreen Forest embossing folder, and this is a 3D embossing folder. You can see all of that gorgeous detail in there. So beautiful. I absolutely love it. And this is going to make a really nice background for our card. So it'll go like this. Now, one of the things that I'd like to mention about embossing folders is, I've had folks say, well, I really don't know what to do with them or how I would use them. And to that I say, oh my goodness, watch this. So you see that most of the background is, in fact, all of the background is designed by the embossing folder itself. So you can see that I've not done any stamping. I've not done any real effort to this card yet at all. And it's already got a perfect foundation ready to be embellished in a lot of different ways. You could take this same card base and simply add a little sentiment strip here with a little bow, or tie a ribbon around this layer and then add the sentiment strip here, and it would be a perfectly finished card. It would be gorgeous. So embossing folders really give us a great background and foundation, as well as accent pieces and texture for our projects. So embossing folders are a fabulous investment for very little money. It's absolutely amazing. All right, so we've got that. I also have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inch of basic white cardstock that's going to be on the inside of the card, because since the card base is so dark, obviously we will need a white piece to go inside, because no naked insides and no naked envelopes. Y'all know how this story goes. So we've got to have some white cardstock in here that we can do some stamping on. You're also going to need some real red cardstock. I've already die cut that long ornament here, and you'll notice that I didn't die cut the circle out of the top because we really don't need it for this particular project. But you will need a bit for the ornament itself, and I would say a 3 inch by 4 inch would be big enough piece that you can use to die cut that out with. Hi, Miss Vicky. How are you? Okay, and then I also have a piece of gold foil here that I have already pre-die cut as well. And this is, of course, using that Marion Bright die cut piece that layers with the ornament. And I will tell you that I'm just going to be adding little touches of glue around the back side of this piece. However, if you have adhesive sheets, I would recommend cutting a piece of adhesive sheet that's the same size as your piece of gold foil and attach it to the back side and run the whole thing through the die cut machine. That way you'll turn this intricate die cut piece into a sticker, and it'll make it that much easier to attach, just like this. Okay, another thing that you could do that I thought of after the fact would be to do the same thing with foam adhesive sheet instead of just a regular adhesive sheet, and that would give just a little bit of dimension between the layers of the ornament, which I think would be very pretty as well. Now you'll be able to see that at some point very soon, I would say in the next few days, because after I thought of it, I really couldn't stand the idea of not doing it. And since this is already die cut, it would be kind of a pain to put that on later. So I'm going to do another one for you guys and just make it a cute little Christmas tag. So you'll be able to see that very soon. All right. So anyway, that's what you're going to need. And then I've also got a little 1/4 inch strip of basic white cardstock that I'm going to use for the sentiment, because it's just this tiny little Christmas right there. So I'm using a little scrap. I know if you guys save scraps like I do, you have tons of these from cutting that 5 1/2 inch cardstock down to 5 1/4 for layers. So it's perfect to use that for. Of course, I also have my basic white envelope here off to the side that I will be stamping as well. So that's all of the supplies that you're going to need. I also will have, I lied, it's not all of the supplies. You're also going to need a little bit of this gold shimmer ribbon. I'm going to use this as the bow for the ornament right here. And as you can see, I'm using some holiday rhinestones. I have a few left on this sheet, so I'm going to go ahead and use what I have. They are absolutely amazing. Some of my favorite rhinestones ever. All right, there we go. Now that's everything that you're going to need. Okay, I'm going to set this stuff off to the side for just a minute. And because I've already got my stamps on blocks, I'm going to go ahead and get my stamping out of the way. So the first thing I'm doing with that is grabbing the inside layer, which is that 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of basic white cardstock. I'm going to have my little scrap piece of paper here. And as you know, I always say tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. And we'll put that there. And I smudged it. Ugh, I hate the smudging. Let's try that again. Our magic double-sided paper. Flip it over. Try that again. Press and lift. Much better. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, I'll bring in the envelope. And I like to match the inside to the envelope because it just makes it feel like a matched set, right? So I'm going to do my stamping on the flap and the front. Oh, look what I did when I closed it. Ugh. I know I am not alone in the inking myself everywhere category. I can't possibly be the only one who does that. So I'm going to be running around with green fingers today. That's okay. Let me set that out of the way, and I'm going to come back to the inside piece because I'm going to use some real red ink. And normally this is the one that gets all over me. And to you and yours sentiment. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. See if we can line this up here. Very good. All right, now we have our stamping done on that. Let me bring in the tiny little 1/4 inch strip here and the word Christmas. Again, tap, tap, tap. Let's see how far down I can bring this and still be in the screen. Now you really just want enough, that's kind of bowed on that side. Let me flip it around. You really just want enough for your Christmas to sit. Okay. And then close that so I don't make a mess. Grab my snips, and I'm just going to freehand cut this because it's so small. Okay, and then I want to cut a little off that other edge because I don't need it. Alright, there we go. Now we have all of our stamping done. I can get the stamps out of the way so I don't get ink all over even more. And let's start assembling this card, shall we? Okay, I'm going to put adhesive on the back side of this piece. Now remember, that's the spot I accidentally oopsied it on, and that's okay. And put this right inside the card. You know, it's a-okay. That's the whole point and purpose of having two sides to the paper. All right, now then, when it comes to the embossing, you'll be able to see which side looks more like the front and which side looks more like the back. So the side that has all of the raised up and more detail is the side that's the front. And here's what the back side looks like. That could be really neat too. And you're certainly welcome to use whichever side you like, but I think we're going to use this one. So let me go ahead and attach my Stampin' seal to the back side. And because this is a 3D embossed piece, I want to put some adhesive across the middle as well. That way we really get a good connection from the cardstock. We don't want it to peel or pop off later. There we go. And without rubbing too hard, because I don't want to flatten all of that beautiful embossing, I'm just gently rubbing it to make sure that the adhesive gets tacked down good. There we go. All right. Now comes the fun part. Let's go ahead and attach this piece to this piece, and we're going to use some liquid glue. Now remember, you could use adhesive sheets, or if you wanted some dimension, you could use the foam adhesive sheets, and it would make this part of the job a bit easier. I'm going to be very careful and deliberate about where I'm putting this liquid glue, so if you'll bear with me for just a moment or two, I'm going to add this glue around the edges, and then I'm also going to come in just a couple of little spots near the middle and tack it down, okay? Now, I'm not worried about putting glue over every single little section. I just want enough to tack it down, okay? There we go. I think we're good. And make sure I don't have any glue on my fingers. The worst thing ever about using liquid glue with foil sheets is that if it happens to get on the front, it has an awful look to it. So you want to be careful when you're using your liquid glue and your foil sheets. All right, there we go. Beautiful. I love these colors together. Gold and red just scream classic Christmas to me. I don't know about you, but I love it. All right, now I'm going to get my dimensionals here, and we're going to put dimensionals along the whole back side of our ornament because it's got to have some dimension to it. That makes it fun. And I've got a bunch of these little scrap pieces here, so I'm going to put a few on. We want to make sure that we put one in the middle as well because we don't want it to sag. Sagging cards are sad cards, and we don't want sad cards. All right, put an extra little dimensional right there in the middle so you don't have a sad card. Okay, now I want to put this at a little bit of an angle just because I felt like it being straight was kind of rigid and this way it's more relaxed, right? More casual. Okay, there we go. Give it a nice press. And now the Christmas sentiment is actually going to be popped up to a second layer. So you know what I say about dimensionals when you're going to be mailing them. You want to make sure that you have no more than 2 layers of dimension on a card that you're going to be sticking in the mail. So the first layer of dimension is on the back of the ornament, and then the second layer of dimension is between the ornament and the sentiment. Now, because I'm hanging it over, this side will have 1 dimensional, and this side will have 2 to make the 2 layers and keep it even, okay? So let me grab my little mini dimensionals for this one. And I'm going to put 1 on this side. And I'm going to put 2 together on this side. There we go. This is so much fun. I've been having a great time in my studio today because I'm prepping for my upcoming gingerbread and peppermint recipe book class, which, by the way, is a class to go as well. So if you would like to take advantage of this class and do it along with me, it'd be a lot of fun, and I'd love to have you join me. And if you've never taken one of my classes before, then you're in for a treat. And I'll show you the cover of it here in just a moment. I'm not going to give too much detail away, so I'm not going to share all of the inside, but I'll show you the cover of it anyway. All right, let me pull out some of my holiday rhinestones. And we'll put these right here. and another right here, and one more up here. I like that. And the last thing that we need to do is to attach a bow. So you know that I like to tie my bows directly from the spool, but I found that a bow is somewhere between 8 and 10 inches of ribbon if you want to cut it off first. So let's see how we do. Okay. There we are. Beautiful. Okay. Snips. There we go. And the best way to attach bows to cards is with a fabulous glue dot. So grab your glue dot and put it right there. Listen now, bow. Don't play with me. There we go. All right. Put it right over where the hole would be, and you have a fabulous card. Oops, I'm going to have to move that rhinestone. It's just a little too high. There we go. There. That's better. All right, there we go. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. And this card is easily replicatable for Christmas cards. You still have time to send out Christmas cards. You have time to get supplies in to make the cards to send out the cards. Send out Christmas cards, folks. They're so wonderful to get in the mail. Everyone loves a handmade card. And I'll tell you something. I received this one today from one of my girls, and I absolutely love it. I'm so proud of her. She came to me and she's done paper crafting before, but she's really opened up and done all kinds of cool techniques and just really exploring how much fun paper crafting can be. As you can see here, she's done a lot of really neat techniques just on this card. She's done some two-step stamping, the die cutting and layering, and how about those letters? And I am all about the eclipse style technique here. It's so much fun. So this is going to go on my shelf for a little while because it's so pretty and I love it, and I'm so glad that she thought of me. And yeah, so send out Christmas cards because this is a whole lot better to get in the mail than some piece of printed card that you get from Walmart or, you know, the big box stores, right? These are so fun. All right, let me show you this fabulous recipe book. Now, this is just the cover, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. So much fun to be had in this kit. This is a class-to-go product-based class, so it's got some fun product along with it, and I will show you part of what I'm working on the inside. So I know I said I wouldn't, but I'll show you a couple of little things. Anyway, you can get some ideas there. There are recipes in here, recipe cards in here, so that you can put your own recipes, and this is kind of a hybrid scrapbook recipe book, so you'll be able to add photos and journaling. Maybe you've got your Nana's favorite banana pudding recipe and you want to put it in here, and it'd be nice to have a picture of Nana and a little, you know, something about her banana pudding in here to go next to the recipe, right? I mean, it'd be so much fun, and this would be a great little heirloom recipe book. So what you'll get with this is the book itself. You'll get a package of the Gingerbread and Peppermint Designer Series paper, a pack of the Memories and More cards, a roll of that beautiful red ruffled ribbon, a package of the little embellishments, And you'll also get the sleeves that you see here. So there are some full-size ones, there are some 2-up of 4x6, and then there are a few others a little farther back that have the 3 and, so the Memories and More, and a couple of others in here. So I think there are 12 sheets all together, and then all of the supplies that you see. And the class is $65 and includes everything that you'll need to make the book. And if you need it shipped, it's just the $16.25 that the UPS or US Postal charges for the medium flat rate box that I'll be able to ship it in. So anyway, if you're interested, you can get the information. You can sign up on my Facebook page. Right here, you'll click on the events tab and you'll see it, and you can sign up for it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And for those who are getting it to go, you'll get a PDF tutorial as well, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope that you'll join me for it. Also, we have just a couple of days left, today and tomorrow only, left for the 2 promotions that are going on. One of them is the starter kit promotion, where you can get the ultimate bundle, $125 worth of product for only $75, which is absolutely amazing, and free shipping on top of that, and the ability to order from the spring mini catalog in just a few days, because Stampin' Up! Demos get to pre-order ahead of the actual catalog release, which is so much fun. And you'll get discounts on all of your purchases, which is awesome. And you'll get to be on my team, which is so fabulous, and I'd love to have you. So that is one of the promotions. And then I also have this other fun promotion. This is one of the stamp sets that's in the new Celebration catalog that'll be going live in January. And I'm doing a drawing for this stamp set. So any order of $50 or more placed now, today, or tomorrow using this host code is going to get you an entry to win this stamp set. And you'll get an entry for every $50 you purchase. If you order $150 or more, don't use the host code. You'll also get Stampin' Rewards, which is awesome. And I'll still give you the entries to win this stamp set, okay? So it's absolutely fabulous deal. And the stamp set is so stinking cute, right? So anyway, the 2 fabulous promotions going on, and the gingerbread and peppermint recipe book class coming up. As you can imagine, I've been busy in the studio and I've got lots and lots going on. So I hope that you guys will stay in touch and be sure to check out my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the places and all the things. And thank you guys so very, very much for being a part of my business and a part of my life. I really enjoy having you guys here and spending time with you and creating with you. It's just so much fun and I love it. So, as they say, if you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, and amen to that. I'm having so much fun and I just love it. So, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for spending time with me this evening. If you have any questions about any of the things I talked about this evening, just leave a comment below, or you can send me a message or a text or whatever, and I'll talk to you guys then, okay? All right, friends, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Be sure to go to my blog today to see the Stamper Showcase blog hop, because there are a lot of amazing projects. And until then, I will see you later. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.